Hello, it's Scott Manley here, and today I'm looking at Alien Isolation, and I'm going to say right away this is not a game for kids, and this, by extension, this video is probably not for kids. The movie Alien is probably one of the finest pieces of horror media ever made. It gave me nightmares for years, and a game based on that, well, it's brutal and unforgiving and scary in places, although I'm not a person that gets scared by games. But I'm just going to play the Crew Expendable DLC. And the reason is because this is territory I'm familiar with. This is basically a recreation of a particular scene in the movie involving lots of sneaking around air ducts looking for a xenomorph.
Whatever it was big and...
You sure took him into the air shaft?
Disappeared into one of the cooling ducts.
My question is it's using the air ducts to move around.
You know, the primary air shaft may work to our advantage. We can lead it through, down to the main airlock.
Who gets to go into the vent?
Okay, so I gotta select which character I want. You'll notice all those voices. They were all performed by the original cast, Veronica Cartwright, Yaphet Kotto, and Tom Skerritt. Now, I'm figuring most people would be picking either Ellen Ripley or Dallas, because, well, for various reasons. I don't think anyone will be picking this guy, Parker, so I'm going to go with him.
I can do this. Just tell me what I need to know.
Parker, you lead it into the primary air shaft. We trap it on the lower deck. Then Ash opens the airlock. Lock down the maintenance hatches where Ripley, Lambert, and me are tracking it on the way. Okay, let's do it, people.
Okay, so we do have the original voice cast for this, but I have to say it's pretty obvious listening to them that they're 35 years older. The movie was originally made in 1977, and that's actually important because the aesthetic is pretty much 1977 in space. Look at this compact portable TV that we have in the 22nd century. Yes, this is very realistic. Look at these TVs in the wall, beer cans, oh, Tintin style rocket. This is actually one of my favourite parts, is just wandering around the Nostromo. We have a boombox with tapes. Has anybody out there, does anybody still have one of these? I noticed that they make the tape sound distorted. I have to say that is way more distorted than real tapes ever were. It's kind of embarrassing. Look, we have the breakfast bar, where one of the greatest scenes in the movie, or rather this is the food eating area where of course one of the greatest scenes takes place. I like to see here that they've got bran flakes, cornflakes, coffee, and they have these things here with what looks like Cheerios in them. Cheerios were not in the original movie as far as I know, because they built all the sets in the UK, and that was not a brand which was available in the UK at that time. Oh look, some scrap. So it's a survival, you know, scary horror type thing. So you're going to find yourself running around collecting scrap everywhere. Okay, I think this way maybe takes me to the bridge. No, where's the way to the bridge? There's the compact TV. Ah, this is the way. Look, we have coffee machines and stuff. Yeah, 1977 in space. This is what you have to remember. The technology looks hilariously outdated by this point. This is the bridge. So we can run up here. There's Ripley. They've got the outfits more or less copied from the original movie as well. A lot of the set design is at least in part aping the original movie, but you know, we only got to see sets, so we didn't necessarily get to see everything. Nice windows out into space. This is a hauling vessel. It's pulling a refinery behind it that's refining a bunch of hydrocarbons, I believe, into, you know, usable products. This is where they would fly the ships, and you can see the really complicated displays and the keyboards that let them fly this giant nuclear-powered spaceship. And over here we have one of the coolest parts of the ship. This is Mother. Mother is the ship's computer, and it is a 1977 ship's computer. Look at all these buttons, tiny displays. It's like it's kind of like Siri, but you typed in the questions, what are our chances, and it would reply unhelpfully, uncertain.
We got an unexpected wake-up call.
Unexpected wake-up call.
I spoke to
So,
Mother, and she's picked up a distress call, a repeating acoustical beacon from a nearby planetoid. Doesn't sound like any radio signal I've heard. As the suit's listing no, company rules say we check it out. Now I've got to go tell the crew. They already know something's up. Tell us all.
so you'll notice the super high-tech tape machine. Once again, something that isn't really in use anymore. You have some physics bits and pieces here. And of course you have the spacesuits, which were designed by Mobius, comic artist. These look great, and if you follow Adam Savage, you'll see that at Comic-Con he was wearing one of these outfits, and he could last about 20 minutes in it before he had to get out of it because it was like literally gonna cook him. It was so hot. He was wearing an alien as well to hide his face a little. Yeah, so I'm just gonna pick up some stuff, take a run to the medical bay, get some ventilation. The alien is not on this level at this time. This is the medical bay, once again, where some other important scenes happen. This is Ash.
Parker, certain you have everything you need,
And he actually sounds more like his original self, because he's not voiced by the original actor Ian Holm. Okay, medkit. There's... oh, look. Everybody knows what that is. If you don't know what that is, then you should turn off this video and go and watch Alien, unless you're too young, in which case you should just turn off this video. Another important, relic from the movie. Look at those super high-tech displays here. Ultrasound and CAT scan, huh? Anesthesia monitors. This is truly the pinnacle of a 22nd century technology, huh? Okay. I also like these things. These were everywhere in the movie. I think they saw that it was being used on a spaceship, on a spacecraft that was going into orbit. And so they thought, oh yeah, we'll have that, because we can find these. We can find these little bouncy things. Some bonding agents. I'm not getting my hardware just yet because it changes the way that the thing progresses. Okay, run over here. This is the hypersleep chamber, where of course the crew, they sleep on the long mission. It's supposed to take months and months, and that would be far too tedious to pay them full time, so they stick them in these hypersleep chambers, and they get to hang out and miss most of the problems, whatever. They only get woken up if there's a problem, and a problem happened.
Nostromo has landed on the surface of the planetoid the acoustical beacon is transmitting from. Dallas, Kane, and Lambert are making preparations to approach the beacon on foot. Surface structure is basalt, with traces of rhyolite and probable lava overlays. Atmosphere, inert nitrogen, a little oxygen, and high levels of free CO2. Pressure reads at 10 to the 4th dynes per centimeter. Quite a storm raging out there.
Well, that really dates it. Dyne is a unit of force, but it's a unit of force in CGS, centimeter grams seconds. So most people don't use that anymore. Okay, so there's my equipment. So I get a flamethrower, and I get a motion detector, which is way better than the one that they had in the movie. I also like that it has the original generic text in the bottom right, attack, sustain, decay. Whoever designed that clearly had read some buttons and things from synthesizers and just put them on their high-tech motion detector. We don't have the flashlight. For some reason there's a flashlight sitting here, but we don't get to take it with me into the air vents. So this is going to be fun. Let's head back the way we came. Just taking in all this lush Nostromo goodness. Look at the number of tapes these guys had. They clearly needed something to keep them busy on their long voyages while they were asleep. Okay.
The security system has shut a number of doors, so you'll need to gather equipment en route. Mother isn't really helping the situation, unfortunately.
No, she isn't. Well, time to go down and to face the beast.
I'm closing the hatch behind you.
That doesn't surprise me one little bit.
Okay, so now, yes, it is a first-person shooter, but you're not going to be shooting very much. If the alien sees you or hears you, it will come at you, and it will probably kill you unless you can hit it with a flamethrower. In the DLC, you get the flamethrower by default for this particular mission, because that's what you had in the movie. But, yeah, I think I hear... That sound, I think, is the motion detector making some noise. But the motion detector is... Oh, no, that's it. Signaling something. There it is. Alien is coming in. Using macro changes in air density. Responds to aliens and cats. Here's it coming. Gonna sit under this desk and remain totally quiet. Which is, of course, not how you want to hear. Oh, there it is! There is a xenomorph. Okay, so this is coming too close. I'm gonna have to flame it. Oh, didn't matter. And he gets me. Ah, yes. Well, there's all my childhood nightmares. Yeah, the original design of the alien by H.R. Geiger was, frankly, you know, something that hadn't been seen before. The biomechanical look of this thing really, you know, it was the stuff of nightmares of the era. But now, that particular design is actually pretty common. It's pretty much par for the course these days with alien design. Oh.
I'm a sitting duck here.
Anytime you want to take my place, Lambert, be my guest.
Okay, so hiding under the desk. That, well, not moving and not trying to flame the thing is probably gonna be the problem. Okay, there it is. It's once again outside the door. The question is it gonna come in? If it comes in, then you can hopefully just stay still and it won't see you, but that isn't necessarily guaranteed. And I think it can hear the motion detector. This is the door. The doors are activated based upon proximity, so like lock the door. Oh god, why do you have to make so much noise? Noise is the killer here. Okay, so now how do I get out of there? The alien was outside the door, so I need to figure out how to get out without the alien seeing me. Okay, let's just see. Now you can use flares to distract it. Now the thing is, when you light the flare, it's going to see you, but you can immediately throw it somewhere else. So you have to make sure that you light it when it can't see you. There it is, it's right outside the door. Not getting afraid at all. I am totally level-headed. This is just an AI in a game which is hunting me. An AI which is based on nightmares I had as a younger person. A younger me. There are only 2 movies that have ever given me nightmares. There was Alien and The Thing. And The Thing is another one you should see. I recommend seeing both Alien and The Thing, and don't go and find out about them beforehand. Certainly don't see the sequels, don't play the games. If there's a game about The Thing, I don't know. But don't play any of the Alien games until you know, until you've seen the original Alien with its, oh, here it comes. Ow, it's going that way! Let's sneak out there, hopefully before it sees us. Okay, down this way. Oh crap, it's turning around! It's turning around! And I'm gonna just kind of move this way. Oh, caught up in the... Oh, caught up in the door frame. Crap. Oh, it's coming in! Flamethrower! Oh! What the heck? I never even got the flamethrower off and he ran away or something. Well, let's get out of here! Let's make hay while we have sun or some non-alien activity around. Can I come back up? I don't like being down here in the spaceship. Okay. The alien's coming! Ah! I got... Oh, crap! Yeah, you see, this thing is gonna whack you. The question... I mean, yeah, I actually took damage. It's rare to actually take damage. Pretty much you die most of the time. Okay. I'm gonna turn that on and hopefully that'll distract the alien while I go elsewhere. Oh, I can hear alien moving around. I'm gonna hide under here. Just wait for him to kind of calm down and go away. And then I'll lock the hatch. I can hide in one of these lockers. Yeah, you can hide in the lockers, and the alien will sometimes catch you breathing. Let's reload my flamethrower. Oh, I hear a door opening, so I'm gonna hide in here. It's hard to tell if that was the door in front of me or not. Obviously, this is me talking in my head. The real character is trying to stay perfectly quiet, but is running through this dialogue in their head, and their internal dialogue is that of a Scotsman. Okay, I don't think the alien is coming in, so let's move out of the room. I wish opening the door wouldn't make so much darn noise. Get that flare, see if there's anything in there. Nothing. Okay, what else? Okay, nothing. I love the big red joystick. I haven't seen a joystick like that in a long time. Also, I think it's interesting they have anachronistically got ROB from the original Nintendo release. That alien is just like right out there. Generally they say, yeah, if it's like 0.5 or less, sit still and wait for it to go away, but I've pretty much found, I don't know, I'm not sure how effective that plan of attack is, or defense. Come on, wait. I'm far too impatient to play this game. I just see the AI stuck in a loop and wonder why it doesn't just come in. It's clearly taunting me. So yeah, I was saying, when the original HR Giger art design came in, this biomechanical stuff, it was like scary in a way that people hadn't seen before. But nowadays it literally is everywhere. I mean, there's kids' cartoons that have this kind of design. Actually, you know... Yeah, by rights it should have been you. But I do not like the amount of noise those things make. Okay, and yeah, I think I'm gonna hide here for a little while, which is a great place for me to stop this. We'll come back in a part 2. Until then, I'm Scott Manley. Fly safe.